Since officially joining the British royal family, Kate Middleton and Camilla Parker Bowles have constantly been compared, not only because both are married to heirs to the throne, but also because they represent two contrasting eras in the public's eyes. On one side is Kate, a symbol of elegance and composure, beloved by the public for her impeccable image and lack of scandal. On the other is Camilla, once labeled the homewrecker of Princess Diana's marriage, carrying a past she can never erase. According to numerous insider sources, the relationship between these two women has never been truly close. Camilla is said to have resented Kate, believing her to be too perfect in the eyes of Queen Elizabeth II and the public. Meanwhile, Kate, always maintaining her calm demeanor, has steadily solidified her position, especially following recent media storms surrounding her health, where she was hailed as the royal family's quiet savior amid a crisis of public trust. And now a rumor is sending shockwaves through the royal family. Camilla may be stripped of her title as queen consort, and her replacement none other than Kate Middleton. Is this a rise ordained by fate or the result of years of quietly winning over the public's hearts? Hit subscribe to stay updated on this journey to uncover the truth behind the shaky crown. Worthy or not, Kate Middleton's ascent within the royal family has become a powerful symbol of change. Her role has grown in ways impossible to ignore. What once belonged to another is now hers, and with that shift comes immense attention, interest, and expectation. Kate has quietly stepped into a space untouched since the days of Princess Diana assuming the title of Princess of Wales. This is a moment many have awaited, deeply tied to history, emotion, and the ever-changing face of the British monarchy. For years, Kate has embodied grace, calm, and strength. She has carried out her duties with quiet confidence, earning admiration from the public not just for her position, but for how she connects with people. Her warmth feels genuine, her presence steady. She doesn't merely play the role of a royal, she lives it in a way that feels modern and authentic. This connection has allowed her to transition into this new title with ease. Everything was planned, discussed, and carefully approached behind closed doors. The royal family is no longer what it once was. It has gradually evolved, adapting to a world where old ways are no longer enough. Kate's presence reflects that shift. She blends tradition with a softer, more relatable image. While honoring the customs of the past, she brings a new energy. Her leadership is not loud or forceful. It is calm, thoughtful, and quietly powerful. That's what makes her different. That's why people trust her. Taking on the role of Princess of Wales is not just about the title or public appearances. It carries history, memories, and expectations. The title hadn't been officially used since Princess Diana's passing. For many, Diana remains a beloved and unforgettable figure. After her death, no one dared to claim that name, especially not Camilla, who married Charles later. Although Charles remained the Prince of Wales, Camilla chose to be known as the Duchess of Cornwall. This decision was not merely personal. It was political and emotional, reflecting an awareness of the public's deep loyalty to Diana's memory. Queen Elizabeth II bestowed the title of Prince of Wales on her son Charles. For decades, he carried it while preparing to one day become king. But when he married Camilla, neither the palace nor the public desired for her to take the title of Princess of Wales. People weren't ready. The emotions surrounding Diana's life and passing were too fresh, too painful. So Camilla adopted a different title. She supported Charles, fulfilled her duties, and stayed away from the spotlight tied to Diana's legacy. A plan was in place when Charles and Camilla married. The palace made it clear she would one day be known as Princess Consort, not Queen. This underscored the sensitivity of the situation. The royal family knew they had to tread carefully, respecting public opinion and avoiding further hurt. Over time, Camilla earned respect for her work. She remained committed to meaningful causes, healthcare literacy, and supporting survivors of domestic violence. She became president of the Women of the World Festival and took on responsibilities that reshaped how people viewed her. Yet her role never fully entered the emotional territory Diana had occupied. Camilla's restraint, whether by choice or design, left space for Kate to one day step into the title of Princess of Wales. Years later, the world had changed. People began to see the monarchy with fresh eyes. Kate, with her composed demeanor and strong work ethic, seemed to many a natural successor to Diana, not in personality but in character. Her own identity had grown strong enough that the title could be used again without feeling forced or disrespectful. Now, as Kate holds this position, she is not just reviving a title, she is reshaping it. While the name Princess of Wales still evokes images of Diana, It now also carries the grace, strength, and quiet determination of Kate Middleton. She isn't trying to replace anyone. She is moving forward in her own way, giving the role a new kind of meaning. This era marks the slow but steady shift of the monarchy itself. It's about adapting to a world that demands more honesty, heart, and connection. The royal family is entering a new phase, and Kate's growing influence is a sign of that. She represents a younger generation, a more relatable kind of royalty, someone who walks the line between duty and normal life. People see her as grounded, bringing stability without seeming distant. She understands the world beyond the palace walls, and that understanding shines through in how she carries herself. Kate Middleton has become a bridge between older traditions and new expectations. As she moves forward, the eyes of the world will watch, not with doubt, but with hope. A call to royalty. Kate Middleton has gradually but surely become one of the most significant and admired members of the royal family. She carries herself with calm grace, always displaying kindness, strength, and a deep sense of duty. Though she may seem gentle, her steadfast actions and dedication have left a powerful impression. She doesn't chase attention, yet people naturally notice her. She moves with elegance, speaks with care, and always takes time to listen. Over the years, she has shaped a new image of royalty, one that feels warmer, more human, and more connected to ordinary people. Born in Berkshire, England, Catherine Elizabeth Middleton grew up far from palaces or crowns. She was the eldest of three children in a family that deeply believed in the power of hard work and education. Her parents, Michael and Carol Middleton, came from different backgrounds, but shared a common dream to give their children the best life possible. They worked tirelessly, even when it strained their finances, to send Kate and her siblings to top schools, where they developed a strong sense of responsibility and confidence. Her path eventually led to the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, where she met Prince William. At first, nothing seemed unusual, just two students sharing classes in university life. But over time, something special grew between them. They became close friends and even lived in the same student house. Their bond developed slowly but surely. Kate supported William when he felt lost in his studies, gently encouraging him to stay focused and reconsider his academic choices rather than give up. From these early moments, the strength of their relationship was evident. They built something lasting, rooted in trust and understanding. Throughout their early years, their romance remained quietly in the background. William, fiercely protective of his private life and scarred by past media experiences, worked hard to keep their relationship out of the public eye. For a long time, they were rarely photographed together, and even close friends said little about them. Yet their bond only deepened. During a private trip to Kenya, William proposed giving Kate his mother's sapphire engagement ring, a deeply emotional gesture that honored Princess Diana's memory and made her part of their journey. The public announcement of their engagement sparked a wave of excitement worldwide. This event marked not just the start of a royal love story, but the arrival of a new kind of royal partner. 6 months later, they married in a magnificent ceremony at Westminster Abbey. Millions watched the event unfold. It was a grand traditional wedding, but beneath the royal formality was something personal. William had promised Kate something rare in royal life: continued closeness with her own family. Unlike many royal spouses of the past, Kate's parents and siblings were not pushed into the shadows. They were warmly welcomed into the royal circle, appearing at royal events and other significant gatherings. This small but meaningful change symbolized respect and partnership. From the start of her royal life, Kate approached her duties with patience and care. She took time to understand her role, listening, observing, and learning. She never tried to outshine others, but blended into the royal team naturally. She remained loyal to tradition while gently introducing modern touches. Her style, demeanor, and even the way she raised her children reflected a quiet balance between royal expectations and normal family life. William played a crucial role, standing by her side, helping her adjust and offering support that royal brides of the past didn't always receive. Unlike Princess Diana, who often felt alone, Kate had a partner who ensured she didn't face the challenges of royal life by herself. People often compare Kate to Diana, and in many ways the comparisons are understandable. Both women entered the royal family under intense public scrutiny and were admired for their kindness and style. But they differ. While Diana's approach was bold and emotional, Kate's is calm and steady. She chooses to make her impact quietly through consistent effort. Her work in early childhood development shows her deep care for shaping future generations. She also speaks openly about mental health, helping break the silence around difficult topics through campaigns like Heads Together. Her actions speak clearly even when her words are few. Kate Middleton has never sought to be the center of attention, yet she continues to inspire with her steady presence, thoughtful choices, and deep devotion to her role. She has walked a path requiring patience, discipline, and strength, never losing her warmth. In a world that often moves too quickly, she remains calmly focused, fully present, and undeniably powerful. Her story is one of simple transformation, a modern woman stepping into history without losing her sense of self, building a distinctive reputation. Kate Middleton's journey into royal life has been long, intense, and often fraught with pressure. When she first stepped into the royal spotlight, she lacked the ease or natural presence some expected from someone joining the British monarchy. Adjusting was not easy. Coming from an ordinary background, she suddenly found herself surrounded by flashing cameras, public expectations, and strict royal traditions. Unlike Prince William, who seemed to grow into his role with confidence and charm, Kate needed time. She observed, learned cautiously, and slowly found her voice. Despite the challenges of those early years, she never gave up. She moved forward, step by step, always striving to do her best. Over the years, she grew stronger, more confident, and noticeably more comfortable in public appearances. What made her journey even more remarkable was how she raised her three young children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, while fulfilling her royal duties. She was not just a public figure. She was a hands-on mother deeply involved in her children's daily lives. For a long time, Kate also shared a close, warm bond with Prince Harry. Before the well-known tensions within the royal family surfaced, they were often seen smiling and laughing together during public outings. Alongside Prince William and Meghan Markle, they were once described as a solid team united in purpose and vision. They collaborated on charity projects under the Royal Foundation, representing a new generation of royals that connected with the public in a fresh, modern way. But that harmony didn't last. When Harry and Meghan chose to step back from royal duties, everything changed. Their departure left a significant gap in royal responsibilities, and Kate, along with William, had to step up and take on more than before. Kate didn't complain or shy away. She quietly accepted the added burden and handled it with grace. Her strength shone during difficult times, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. That moment revealed another side of her, creative, kind, and deeply emotional. She wasn't just following tradition, she was growing. What makes Kate truly stand out is how relatable she remains to so many. She didn't grow up in a palace. Her early life was ordinary, making her more approachable in the public's eyes. She doesn't project a distant or superior image. Instead, she appears thoughtful, gentle, and genuine. She carries out her duties without trying to be someone else. This natural quality, this quiet honesty, has helped her become one of the most beloved members of the royal family. People don't just see a duchess. They see someone they can trust, someone who embodies the values they care about. As she grew more popular and admired, the royal institution began reshaping her image. She started to be seen as the people's princess, a modern woman who could bring the crown closer to ordinary people. This rise in Kate's status was not without consequences. It came at a time when Queen Camilla was still adjusting to her role as queen consort. The focus shifted and gradually more attention turned to Kate. This silent competition may have been uncomfortable behind the scenes, but Kate didn't let it show. Her presence within the royal family has become increasingly significant. She is no longer just supporting her husband, Prince William. She is building her own legacy. With care and purpose, she chooses where to focus her energy, whether it's mental health, early childhood development, or supporting families. She throws herself into her work with sincerity. Every event she attends, every speech she delivers, every family moment she shares, these are pieces of a larger picture. She is shaping her future place in history with every step. Many have compared her to Princess Diana, but Kate has forged a different path. While Diana's legacy still casts a large shadow, Kate hasn't tried to emulate it. Instead, she has created her own way, marked by quiet strength, deep kindness, and a steady presence. She doesn't rush for attention, but always finds a way to leave a lasting impression. This calm, patient approach has earned her profound respect from both the public and within the royal circle. Her story is one of growth, of finding courage amid pressure, and of shaping a new kind of royalty for a new era. As time progresses, Kate's importance only grows. Her role continues to evolve, and she embraces each challenge willingly. She has become a symbol of balance between tradition and change, between duty and personal life. She walks a fine line, always adapting, always showing that strength doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. Kate is not just performing royal duties. She is living them fully and sincerely. In doing so, she has earned her place in the royal story not just as a wife and mother, but as a figure of grace and significance for the future. The late Queen Elizabeth's vision. Queen Elizabeth II had a meticulously crafted plan for the monarchy's future, one that many never fully grasped during her lifetime. She looked far ahead and saw something special in Princess Catherine. To her, Kate was not merely a supportive wife standing beside Prince William. She was a pivotal figure in the royal family's long-term survival and success. The Queen firmly believed Kate could do more than meet the usual expectations of a queen consort. She quietly prepared her to be central to the monarchy's future. The late Queen envisioned a royal landscape where Kate would lead with elegance, strength, wisdom, and understanding. This vision didn't adhere to tradition, it was something greater. The Queen saw Catherine as a symbol of stability, someone who could carry the family forward with grace and resilience. Over the years, she observed Catherine closely, and with each passing moment, her belief in Catherine's potential grew stronger. The public saw Catherine's charm, clear presence, and unwavering dedication. But behind closed doors, Queen Elizabeth was shaping her, guiding her, and offering advice only someone with decades on the throne could provide. This mentorship didn't go unnoticed forever. When whispers of Queen Elizabeth's deep confidence in Catherine emerged, it stirred the family's inner circles. One person reportedly affected strongly was Queen Camilla. After years of striving to secure her place within the royal family, Camilla found herself grappling with feelings of confusion and even betrayal. She had endured years of scrutiny, judgment, and pressure, slowly building a more accepted and respected public image. She had stood firmly by King Charles, supporting him through challenging transitions and painful memories. So when she learned that Queen Elizabeth might have had a different plan, one placing Kate in a more powerful and enduring light, she was deeply shaken. For Camilla, this revelation sparked a profound personal conflict. She had worked tirelessly, setting aside parts of herself to embrace the crown's heavy responsibilities. Hearing that Queen Elizabeth might not have viewed her as a central figure in the monarchy's future was likely both painful and perplexing, as if years of effort and endurance were being questioned once more. The situation grew more complex when Princess Anne reportedly spoke about her mother's vision. Anne, ever loyal to her mother's legacy, hinted at something deeper than what the public knew. Her remarks revealed a strategic plan, one that didn't end with Charles and Camilla, but extended into a new era led by William and Catherine. This information sent ripples through the royal family. People began questioning their roles, the Queen's private thoughts, in what was truly intended for the future. For Camilla, this likely prompted deep introspection. She had overcome so much to feel secure in her role. Now with these quiet revelations, that security was shaken. Living in the public eye, constantly measured and compared, especially to someone as poised and naturally beloved as Princess Kate, is no easy task. Catherine had become more than a royal wife. She was an inspiration to many, always calm, gracious, and prepared. The public admired her deeply. Her natural elegance, kindness, and steady presence made her seem born for leadership. She rarely faltered, seeming to know exactly how to carry herself, whether during state visits, family occasions, or challenging moments. The Queen saw this and over time gave her more attention, wisdom, and space to grow. This mentorship was subtle, gentle, almost invisible, but powerful. At the same time, Queen Elizabeth never publicly neglected Camilla. She ensured Charles and Camilla felt the crown's support. During her Platinum Jubilee, she encouraged the public and family to fully accept Camilla, showing respect for her journey and desiring a smooth transition. But beneath the surface, she was quietly preparing Catherine for something greater. This careful balancing act demonstrated how much the Queen valued both women, albeit in different ways. Camilla earned her position through patience and persistence, while Catherine was being groomed for something beyond the norm. This dual support created a delicate and complex atmosphere within the palace. Outwardly, unity was displayed, but inwardly, the differences in treatment may have stirred quiet resentment, especially for Camilla, who had sacrificed so much. Catherine's growth into a royal leader was no accident. It was shaped step by step through Queen Elizabeth's guidance. The Queen taught her how to bear the crown's weight, remain strong through storms, and stay graceful amid challenges. Every quiet conversation, shared glance, and thoughtful gesture from the Queen helped mold Catherine into the figure she is becoming. This hidden training was the Queen's way of safeguarding the monarchy's future. She knew the world would change again and wanted someone in place who could handle it with wisdom, calm, and inner strength. In Catherine, she found that person. While this truth may unsettle others in the family, it reflects how far ahead Queen Elizabeth always planned. Her legacy endures not only in what she left behind, but in those she quietly prepared to carry it, or two sides of a coin. Catherine's relationship with Queen Elizabeth was never just about duty or tradition. It evolved into something deeply personal, shaped by understanding and trust. Their bond was genuine, built over years. They often met at Kensington Palace for afternoon tea, and these visits became special. During these moments with tea and warm conversation, Catherine, Prince William, and the Queen would discuss life hopes, worries, and the royal family's future. These talks weren't constrained by rules or rigid protocols. They felt natural, open, and honest, allowing true emotions and ideas to flow. These moments gave the Queen a rare glimpse into the minds of her grandson and his wife, fostering a bond beyond formalities. Over time, Queen Elizabeth saw Catherine not just as the Duchess of Cambridge, but as a strong, reliable woman who genuinely cared about the crown. She recognized Catherine's sense of duty, loyalty, and grace in handling both public and private pressures. Eventually, she expressed her appreciation powerfully by honoring Catherine with the title of Dame Grand Cross of the Royal Victorian Order, a clear, deliberate sign of deep respect, signaling that Catherine was not only part of the family, but a pivotal figure in its future. Meanwhile, Camilla's relationship with the Queen followed a different path built on more complex ground. Shaped by the turbulent history surrounding her marriage to Charles, Camilla entered the public spotlight under challenging circumstances. Her connection to the royal family was always tied to Charles, making her journey more arduous. She faced judgment, curiosity, and resentment, but remained calm and composed. Over the years, she earned her place through effort, steady presence, and resilience. Unlike Catherine, however, Camilla's role felt more dependent on her husband's position, making her path less straightforward. Now, as Princess of Wales, Catherine holds not only a title, but a legacy once linked to Queen Elizabeth. With the late Queen's silent guidance and her own growing confidence, Catherine has begun shaping a role that is both traditional and refreshingly modern. She carries the lessons of the past while stepping into a future full of promise. She speaks through actions, showing grace, strength, and compassion, understanding the power of calm gestures and simple kindness to connect deeply with the public. Camilla, meanwhile, continues to fulfill her duties alongside King Charles. Her role is significant, and she carries it out with quiet dignity. Yet her path remains shadowed by the past. Public opinion is softening, but the difference in how Catherine and Camilla are perceived is stark. One represents the future with growing influence and fresh energy. The other holds a more settled place shaped by years of endurance. Queen Elizabeth understood this contrast better than anyone. She approached each relationship with careful consideration, openly supporting Camilla while quietly preparing Catherine for a greater role. This delicate balance, shaped by the Queen's unmatched experience and concern for the monarchy's survival, reflected her belief in the royal family's enduring strength. She believed in harmony, building a future where both women could contribute in their own ways. But behind the scenes, her true plan gradually emerged. She was preparing Catherine for something greater. This foresight, rarely discussed, openly reveals how meticulously the Queen planned for the monarchy's stability after her reign. Catherine's personal life played a crucial role in shaping her royal identity. Her marriage to William, grounded in mutual respect, helped her navigate public pressures. As a mother of three, she kept her family grounded, despite constant scrutiny, balancing royal duties with her role at home. She displayed calm strength through family struggles, scandals, and the pressures of the spotlight, remaining steadfast and graceful, never losing focus. William's quiet support helped her through those early uncertain years. Together, they faced challenges, learning to serve the crown while maintaining a steady personal life. Catherine grew stronger, more poised, and more confident with each passing year. Now, as she prepares for the future, she carries the hopes of a changing nation. She brings openness and connection to the monarchy, walking a careful path between past and present, moving forward without forgetting her roots. Camilla, conversely, appears to be stepping into a quieter role. Her journey has been one of perseverance and patience. Together, the shifts in their roles reflect a royal family that continues to adapt, making room for new voices while honoring the old. If Camilla truly loses her title, it would not merely be an internal royal upheaval, it would be a symbolic moment of transition from a reign tied to scandal and skepticism to a new era of hope, renewal, and public trust. In this story, Kate Middleton is not just the chosen one, but someone who has quietly won the public's hearts over the years. Kate's silence, her composure, and her poised appearances amid media storms have all paved the way for her to ascend to a higher position, not through ambition, but through resilience and perfect timing. As for Camilla, despite once earning official recognition, the shadow of her past, particularly the name Diana, remains something she can never fully overcome. Is this the end for Camilla and the beginning of a new era represented by Kate? Or is it merely a test of loyalty and endurance under public pressure? Who do you stand with in this sensitive transition? Leave a comment, share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to keep following the upcoming developments in the world's most powerful royal family.